Hey, it's Chad Leonberg here with Cheat Code Connector, and today I want to talk to you about standard operating procedures. You might have heard the term before, SOPs, and you probably don't have any. Most agents I coach or have seen, dug into their business. They really don't have any standard operating procedures, which is essentially just a standard set of things that happen when you go through and have a buyer consult or have a showing or have a new buyer that comes in. The standard set of questions you ask. And it's important to kind of have that standard process, not so that you become a robot, but one, so that you can start to see when somebody does this, then I know they might do this, right? You can start to see differences when you have the standard set, and you can see when people deviate or when they go certain ways that new things that they will, you can almost predict their actions. But on top of that, if you ever want to have an exit strategy in real estate, you need to standardize your process so you can work yourself out of small things. So our system helps you do a couple of those things, and I want to share up my screen and show you a couple ideas and a couple of aspects of the Cheat Code Connector platform that might apply to that. So first of all, you probably heard of Calendly. And we have a full, basically Calendly system. In our default accounts, you'll get a strategy call for a buyer and a discovery call for a seller by default. These event types. But then you could also add, as many as you want. I'm going to switch over to another account I have here. So you can see you can create like a showing link. We can create a listing appointment, a consult, all kinds of stuff. You can create as many different event types as you want. You can edit, what's going to happen, what the name will be, where the location of the meeting will be, which Google Calendar it's going to go on, all that stuff. The availability, the slot intervals, everything like Calendly can do. Send a confirmation email. What's it going to say? It's all in there. So it's got a full Calendly system. So, if Calendly's $10 a month, give or take, you can drop that because it's all integrated into your CRM. And because it's integrated into your CRM, you can cause it to do other things, which I will show here shortly. So when they book this event, this happens. So I'll show you that. But first, I want to step over. And I guess before I exit, I'll show you what, it's just like you can build this into a prettier looking page even because we have a website and funnel creator. But, the scheduling link is just like any Calendly link would be. And I'm apparently having trouble with my internet, probably because I'm streaming. Try this one here. Oh, it worked. Okay. Yeah. So you can see, you can select 1 o'clock or 10, and, you can move around, and it works off your Google Calendar when you link them up. So full calendar feature. Then if you go to sites along the left side here, there's actually forms and surveys. And like I said, before I jump into forms and surveys, you can book, you can set your own booking page with those call schedulers. So that's not the prettiest one I've ever had, but this is an example of one. This is the default account. So you can see here, you could customize, you can put this stuff above and all that good stuff. And we have those templates preloaded in your account. But forms and surveys. So forms here, you'll see we have different, like for home showing or a buyer workshop, you can just create, like, these are registration forms you can put on sites. For showing homes, what home do you want to see? You can create custom forms and also surveys. Surveys here, we by default include a seller intake form and a dream home finder survey. So this is talking about standard operating procedures. Every buyer you take in, you should run them through this form because there's good questions on this. Like, what qualities make or break a home for you? This is a crucial question that you may only ask, 30% of the people that you remember, that come in because you remembered, right? But if you have a standard process, fill out the form, whether they fill out the form by you sending the link or putting it on a funnel or however, or you fill out the form when you're talking with them, it gets done, right? So that's a standard process. And you can take this form and you can send it directly to them. You can literally get a link and they have that link to that form, or you can integrate this onto a website or funnel. And I'll show you that as well. And then same thing with the seller. You'll see here, we just have your standard questions about their house. So, and even like how did they heard about you? That might be a good one. And again, you can send it directly. We have integrated into some of our funnel templates in here. So seller funnel, you'll see there's a survey section. And then also when they fill it out, let's see, default realtor. When they fill it out, it actually populates along the left side here. So you'll see, oh, there we go, I went too far. Here's the contact tab. So we can minimize the contact tab, but there's also a buyer section. And we have set this up, and you can change this if needed, but you can set this up to have all of the stuff from that form. So if you send them the form and they fill this out, it populates. If you're on the phone with them and you pull that tab up and you select these different options, it will save. So you can do it whichever way you want, but you standardize the questions that you ask. You can use our default, or you can add your own. It's totally customizable. But we do have set standard processes for buyers and sellers. So you can see we've got the calendar feature, we've got the forms and surveys feature, but then the ultimate, if you're super nerdy like me, you love this kind of stuff, is the automation section. So this automation section, there's a lot of different things you can do. And I'm going to jump over to another account to show you some examples. So you can create a workflow from your calendar. Let me do this. So here we have an agent who has a trigger up here for when an appointment is scheduled in this calendar. So this is her home showing, right? And so what happens is she gets a text. Look, showing booked. It'll tell her name, phone number, and email who booked the showing, what house they want to see, and what time, right? And then their buyer will get a confirmation email and let them know that we're going to reach out to the sellers and get it confirmed. It will wait 2 minutes, and then it will text them. Hey, sent you an email as well. We're going to get it confirmed with the sellers, right? And then 24 hours before the appointment, and this is all customizable in here, it'll remind them, as well as 1 hour before the appointment, it'll text them. So it'll email them 24 hours and text them 1 hour before. And you can customize, you can add any event. You can see here, you can add email, text, call, voicemail drops. You can drop a voicemail so you can record a voicemail. Hey, it's Chad with blah, 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 Realty, blah, 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 and you can drop it after. You can wait 5 hours and then drop voicemail. You can add that in. If they did reach out to you on Instagram or Facebook business page, you can reply back. You can set a drip campaign through here, an auto messaging set through here, adding tags like hashtags and stuff like that, changing who's assigned to, sending a review request for your Facebook or Google business page. It's a very intense automation planner. So it's really, the sky is the limit. We have been through, I think I've been through probably 7 to 10 different CRMs over 7 to 10 years in the business. And we built this one out because we had full control and customized it. So, and we've got your account preloaded and ready to rock. But if you want to get into the automation section, the sky is the limit. So if you're nerdy like me, it will be your favorite thing to play with. But anyway, the point is to have standard operating procedures. And I think that our technology can really help do that and give you leverage towards putting that into one platform. So I hope our video was helpful to you. If you have any questions about any of that stuff, I'd love you to get with my team and let's have a chat about how we can help you grow your real estate.